of St. Clair. Now 4-0 is the advantage. Matt is going to demo out Fusion there, and it is going to be Kamal with a big save, but overall, 25 seconds left on the clock. St. Clair still doing work.
And now this one just basically gone deja vu, like we were saying. 20 seconds left. This one is basically a wrap. And unfortunately, for the side of KU, a little bit of a shot to their momentum, shot to their ego, so to speak. But of course, best of 5, got plenty of time to make something work.
Yeah, plenty of time indeed. Now about 2 seconds left on the clock, and it is going to wrap this one up here for game number 2 as soon as this ball does touch the ground, but no shot here for the side of King to close it out. And it is going to be St. Clair tying up the series 1-1 here now, Dan. And honestly, I wasn't really expecting St. Clair to come through with such a dominant performance as they did. I mean, we saw the 4-0 win from King to start us off. St. Clair right back with a 4-0 for themselves. So, like, who has an advantage here? Like, it's so far pretty even.
Yeah, it's either been one way dominant or the other way dominant. So where does this actually line up? I have no idea at this point.
Where do we get a close game?
Where do we expect game 3 to go? Is this where we finally have a 1-1 go into overtime kind of game? Yeah. Or are we back on the flip side of somebody being on the dominant side? We'll have to see soon enough there. Big highlights for stat line anyway. It wasn't necessarily that heavy of a shot kind of game either.
No.
We've seen Saints in other series get 14 shots in a game, but no, both teams it felt like they were lucky to scavenge 6.
It was just very high-powered, successful shots, right? I mean, yeah, St. Clair might have only came through with 7-8 shots in that game, but those 7-8 shots out of them, how many of them were just absolutely heavy hitters and were just so dominant?
Absolutely. Now, game number 3 on the way. Face-off going to be going in the favor of St. Clair. Kamal going to just drill this on through. Not quite going to find a piece of it. 50-50. Not going to end up going into St. Clair's favor either. Right back into the other side. Now, Matt looking for one. It actually would have been a cross probably towards him, but not quite going to be in position for it. Brahman's shot going to be blocked. A rebound, though. Pop fly. Matt going to get the save, though. So, relatively decent start here for the Saints for game 3.
Yeah, relatively decent here for sure. I mean, the first 30 seconds or so have been a little bit of a stalemate there, but regardless, it is going to be Kamal fighting for it in the corner, looking to take it out. Colt is able to pick it up and actually send it a little high. Robin off the backboard, though, will be quick to take it and try to pull off a clear. Popped up in the air, soaring high. Fusion going to be playing off of that one and sending it over towards the King zone. Colts, once again, keeping up with the fantastic defensive play, will connect on that one. It's going to allow for Ramen here now, though, coming off. Could be get their double tap. So close off the crossbar once again.
Yeah, close but no cigar here. Saints are going to try and maybe give themselves some sort of rebound off the fact, but not going to be the case. KU right into the St. Clair zone. That would have been on target too. Kamal wisely going to be pushing that one aside nice and quick, but now another rebound opportunity. 50-50, just going to go pop fly into the air. No one's going to really capitalize. Kamal gets demoed, but the ball's going towards the right direction, but Colt is going to be able to save that one for the side of KU.
Yeah, it is about 1.5 minutes passing here now throughout the game, and I think this might be what, Dan, this might be one of the ones that we see, which is, a 0-0 OT, a 1-2 goal game. I don't want to speak too soon, but it's definitely been a lot more back and forth, very defensive play here between these two teams where things have really started to get slowed down and have ourselves a little bit more of an even matchup between these two teams here as well. And honestly, St. Clair looking to still find an opening, but the defense from both sides have been phenomenal. Another one on the goal line. Frost, big save.
Once again, Frost with the save, but the post maybe getting a little bit involved as well. Absolutely clutching this one out. This is basically the tie game that we were kind of looking for. This might not end up in a blowout. This might be a 1-goal game at this rate, as we see pop fly towards net. A wide open net as well, and Fusion is going to capitalize after a little bit of a misplay coming out here from the Kings University defense. They both kind of sent it into the corner and didn't get a piece of it. Fusion says, thank you very much. We take those, and that is going to be Saints leading game 3.
Yeah, it is Saints leading game 3 here for sure, about halfway through this series, and this one really could go the distance between these two teams here right now. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remain on the clock here, and St. Clair, if they can just kind of maintain this lead that they have on, they will get themselves into winners finals, guaranteeing themselves top 3 and putting themselves in a perfect opportunity to try to qualify here. Now, this game, honestly, is so big to set yourself up to have the best possible chance of qualifying.
Well, absolutely. I don't want to jinx right now, but if they can continue to hang on to this, and maybe do it one more time in Game 4 or something like that, that means you're already guaranteed yourself into the top 3. You just have to work a little bit more to maybe even get yourself into a CRL spot. That being said, though, even if Kings does fall here, we still have to worry about Oakland, which is, of course, a past CRL team, so we know that they're good as well. Don't want to necessarily count my chickens before they hatch, however. We still got plenty of Rocket League still to go here in this series. Maybe just a little bit of wishful thinking on my part, but we'll have to see, because KU is slamming shots away, but not quite able to find them.
So, actually, I have a stat here for you that I was looking at after last weekend's matches here between those 8 brackets. 6 out of 8 of the teams that qualified came from winners. So, essentially, 75% of the teams came from winners. You have those 2 other teams that qualified came from the lower bracket losers finals. So, honestly, at this point in time, if you're St. Clair, like, it really just proves how much of an advantage those teams coming from winners have going in. Because, A, you don't have to do a bracket reset. You don't have to do so many of these different hoops to jump through if you come from lower bracket rather than winners. So, St. Clair really looking to find a win here. Frost with a big one, but Ramen, bigger save. Ramen again with another one from a heater of a shot from Matt.
And those are absolutely 2 bullets coming directly towards the St. Clair net, and Ramen being there for both, alongside Kamal as well, coming in clutch to keep this Saints squad in the lead. What a redirect coming out here from Matt. Is not going to quite get enough of it. None of those J angles here today, but it's going to be Kamal now. Demo, Fusion, maybe looking for a little bit of insurance. He does have some help. That is going to be Ramen along the side, pushing it to the crease. Gets past. No, K-Frost actually just slowed it right down. Nice little pick up there from him. Might be able to spin this one around, but Kamal right back into the corner.
Yeah, only 35 seconds here on the clock. And that is one of the big things I'm highlighting here right now. Damn, if this one goes in, it could have sealed the deal, but no, Ramen will get denied on that play from Frost once again. The defensive machine here from the side of King Tornado today. It is going to be St. Clair just trying to maintain this 1-goal lead at this point in time. With only 20 seconds on the clock, you just want to play as greatest defense as you can. Frost, big shot, even bigger save. Kamal is really stressing me out over here, but he will find the save regardless. It is about 10 seconds now. Time is ticking down. King Tornado desperately looking for a goal to find the advantage in this series, but as soon as this ball touches the ground, it will end us out here. Kamal with the big clear. Saints, perfect position. Doesn't connect.
No, not quite yet. And there it goes. Saints are going to be able to take game number 3 in a nail-biter of one. This was the 1-goal game that we were kind of predicting a little bit, so that was absolutely nuts. Two back-to-back 4-0 games. Now we have ourselves a 1-0, and that was all just down to one play, and I was so scared there for that very tail end during that last minute. There was one play, bounced off the wall. It was crawling across the Saints crease, just asking for it, but a big save from the Saints are going to be able to keep them into this one. Now 1 goal away to cause the seeding-based upset, to say the least. And then, personally, it would be an upset for me considering how things went last time by, but again, I don't want to...
Hey, no cast or curses yet. I'm knocking on wood for us both.
There's a reason I haven't said the phrase yet.
Yeah, we're knocking on wood there for that one. But it is going to be us here hopping into game number 4, I believe it is here now. St. Clair maintaining that 2-1 advantage. King are in a position now where they have to win the next 2 games if they want to go into this winners finals bracket, or sorry, the winners finals matchup here. But Saints will have the number here so far. They're just going to keep going with what they can. Kamal, the rebound! Fusion, but great try. Matt just quicker on the defense.
Okay, that was so close to just being an absolute disastrous start here for this side of Kings, but good save. Going to maybe put a little bit of momentum into their pocket, but it's kind of hard to capitalize when you have the Saints just constantly peppering shots and putting on the pressure from just outside of the crease. They need to get this thing out relatively quickly, give themselves an opportunity to just take a breather and set something up. Because right now, it's just, they're getting like these half clears that are turning into centering attempts after the fact, as we just saw there from Fusion. No boost, no problem, still setting up his team.
Yeah, no boost, no problem for sure here now in this game number 4. And honestly, St. Clair just got to find something here now to just give themselves a little bit of an advantage, because that's the thing. The last couple of games they've been playing off the advantage, and as soon as they find a goal, it's almost like, yes, they keep the offensive pressure going, but the defense is really getting kind of like locked up then. So if St. Clair can just get themselves an advantage and then try to hold on to it, that's exactly what they were looking for, because usually times if you see St. Clair is playing from down a goal or 2, they get a little bit too over aggressive, and it's kind of just a spiral down from there. So we'll see what happens, but about a minute and a half has already passed, and we are still scoreless. It's really transferred over from these dominant high-scoring games in the first early ones now to these low-scoring kind of can you hold on to a small lead type thing.
Absolutely, and the worst spot for any team to be in is playing scared, as that's going to be the shot there from Matt. It's going to be pushed aside from Kamal, but having that extra pressure, knowing that maybe on the side of Kings that, hey, this is a lower seed and they have the lead on us, like sometimes just that mindset alone is enough to kind of shake you. You see the pass here from Kamal, shot is going to be blocked and pushed aside, but we still are kind of in the KU zone for the time being. KU trying to find a way, get themselves a lead, because yeah, if KU gets into the position where they're down in the series and then they're also trailing in this game, even if it's a 1-goal game, I'm going to call it right there and say they're not going to be able to pull it off, but that is my prediction.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, one goal in this one makes such a significant difference in this game for sure. I mean, yes, we're already halfway through, so that helps. And the fact that both these teams are very high defending teams here right now and not finding as many massive goal-scoring opportunities, I completely agree with you. One goal is going to make a difference here. And Ramen off the backboard. We see him do it all day long. He's going to get the double touch. So clean from Ramen. We'll find that one about halfway through this one all alone. Takes it up nice and high over Colt. Sneaks it through. Frost trying to make it there in time, not able to. St. Clair take the 1-goal advantage. This is where they like to be. Up a goal, just try to maintain it, do what you can, keep the offense going, yes, but just try to hold on.
This is right at the halfway mark too, so now this is going to get extremely scary here for Kings as they're going to make this first initial stop here onto Ramen. But yeah, Ramen was just able to pick it up himself, because unfortunately there for Colts just misjudged the attempt on hitting the ball on the backboard and left it for Ramen to get his own rebound. That being said, everybody's just going to full send it on the side of Kings to just try and get contact. Leaves nobody home. Frost, though, going to literally use every bit of boost possible in the tank to get there just in the nick of time. But it's beam after beam. This is on target. Frost again is keeping Kings in this game.
If you don't have Frost making these two massive saves, this is easily a 2-3-0 one. But Frost answers back with an over-rotate of his own. Frost, the man, the myth, the legend, will find it for Kings. Will force a 1-1 scoreline. Will now put these teams back on an even scale. Oh my goodness, Dan Frost is just making the miracle happen here right now for Kings.
Absolutely. Kept them in the game from a 1-goal lead and now has tied it up for the side of Kings as well. And hopefully that's the kind of pop-off momentum that the side of Kings need to get themselves into this one, so we have ourselves an absolute banger of a series. I mean, it's already been a great series, to be honest, but this can still go longer here for this side of for KU. They're in, of course, St. Clair's zone. Matt looking to start something. Brings it right into the corner. It's going to be an awkward bounce, but a nice little punt coming out there from Ramen. Going to make it so that Matt's not going to be able to get the angle that he was looking for. And pop fly cross fields, low ball, kind of lobbing through. Who's going to get there first? Matt wins the drag race.
Yeah, Matt will win that one. He just had a little bit more boost than his opponents there on that play. Kamal trying to play this one towards the offensive zone. Not going to work out. Fusion here now going to retrieve the ball. Colt's going to battle for it in the corner. Ramen going to come up. Actually, Fusion will contest that play. Ramen potentially going to try to find this ball here now, and it is going to be centered a little high. Frost, though, going to shut down that play, not allowing any sort of an opportunity come through for St. Clair. Now, Fusion and Kamal just keeping the play alive while Ramen stays along on the back line a little bit there. And that is going to be Ramen dribbling it in a little bit more. Frost, though, all over it. Like, every single play, it seems almost I'm saying Frost's name being a part of everything here now. Kamal still keeping this one alive for St. Clair, though.
I mean, we saw the 1-goal game last time. Is this the game that we get the overtime to truly, like, possibly end this on the most close fashion? I guess if it was in Game 5, that'd be absolutely the case. But now, Saints trying to avoid any sort of Game 5 scenario, maybe even avoid an overtime if they can secure one more. But Fusion being demoed is not going to help their cause here. Granted, Frost with boost is going to be something very, very dangerous. Gets the bounce off the corner. It's going to be a center. Could somebody finish the job? No, that's going to be the Saints able to push it aside, push past half. This is on target, but it's going to be pushed aside by Matt. So unless there's one more play here in the pocket of either of these squads, it will go to overtime. There it is. Overtime between Saints and Kings. And this is with Kings' winner side life on the line. So this is scary.
Ramen's already got himself an opening right off into the offensive zone. It is started the races, and now he will fall back, realizing he doesn't really have any boost, and there's some defenders there around him, so it's not going to be that goal that he was potentially looking for. Matt also going to find Ramen there on the demo. That's an opening for Kings. Colts will find it. We're seeing a Game 5 here now, Dan. Colts going to make a beautiful play in OT. Only 16 seconds in. Will force this one. Just completely opens the net. Everybody trying to commit to that play, but it just got a little too hectic in front of the net, and it's going to result in the side of Kings finding this one 2-2, and we're heading to Game 5. Winner goes to the winners finals. A loser goes to lower round 6, I believe it is, or lower round 7, whatever it may be. But regardless of what it is, we are going to be seeing Game 5. This has been the highlight of the day so far, and honestly, wouldn't be surprised if A, we see a rematch between these two teams again, regardless of who wins this one, and B, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the best game we're going to have all day, even after this.
That very well could be the case, man. Just started off there with, like, all that entire play happened because both Matt and Frost decided to get physical.
Yeah.
There's initial demo from Matt in the corner, which I believe stopped Ramen. But then Frost punted, didn't get the demo, but just straight up punted the goaltender on the side of St. Clair. And that was enough to leave it wide open for Colts just to tee it off from basically the penalty kick marker, if there was one in Rocket League. So beautifully done. And then you're absolutely right. This has just been the closest one. Is this going to be the closest one we get all day? Maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see. I mean, we're going to Game 5. If this goes to Game 5 OT, then everybody's going to be on the edge of their seats for sure.
Yeah, everybody will be for sure. I mean, these games lately have been a lot more low scoring. We saw 4-0 starts for either side. Since then, it's been like 2-1, 3-1, or 3-2, whatever it may be, but just one-goal games, both 2 OTs here already to decide who's gotten each of their second games. We are going to have a little bit of technical difficulties with the lobby here in a second, or maybe not, so we'll see in a second here, but we are going to be looking to get started with this game number 5 here in just a moment's time until we do actually get started with this one. But regardless, I mean, this is anybody's game to take. Both teams have been absolutely battling here between themselves, and St. Clair is just looking to try to answer back, but King Tornado will get a lot of momentum back into their favor.
I mean, did you happen to see, it was only up on the screen briefly, but the shot difference in that game?
I did not.
King Tornado won that game off 4 shots.
Wow. And there was
Saints,
2 goals.
Yeah, Saints had either 9 or 10.
Jeez.
So it's not that Kings had very many opportunities, it's that they absolutely capitalized when they did. And that is what is going to clutch things up there for game number 4. But of course, now we have ourselves the decider here. And this one, at least for now, on the winner's side. Can the Saints pull off the seeding base and the theory of the upset? Or is Kings going to pull the comeback?
Yeah, we'll find out here in just the next 5 probably minutes or so, unless we see an overtime. But it is going to be the first 35 seconds, just a little bit of a battle towards midfield. And honestly, I think the biggest thing is not playing scared. You were saying it last game, is it's really scary when you start watching teams play scared, because that's when things start to really kind of fall apart and you don't play like your ordinary self. So just keep playing default. I think just keep playing how you have been. It's worked out for you so far all day long. Just try to keep it going. But Matt with a big demo on Kamal trying to make an offensive play.
I mean, had Kamal not gotten demoed there, might have been able to just twist that angle a little bit and actually put it towards the net. But here's a shot opportunity coming out here for Matt. Going to be pushed aside. Fusion getting the bumper a little bit roughed up there with the offending KU players. Right in the midsection as well. A little bit of a soft bounce. Going to be bouncing in the center, but Matt is already in the skies, prepared to make it happen. And it is just nerve-wracking to say the least, though. Kamal is playing angry, though, and I love it.
Yeah, Kamal is playing a lot more aggressive. I think he realizes that's kind of what lost him in that last game is, you know, like you were saying, the double commit there, moving the goalies around, getting gritty, starting to play aggressive, and that is why we see Kamal coming in here and just trying to use brute force to help him find these goals. But regardless, it is still going to be zeros on the board, and a minute and 45 has passed, and honestly, I'm expecting this scoreline. I'm expecting this to be a 1-goal game, maybe a 2-1 final score, 1-0 final score. We'll find out, but regardless, I mean, St. Clair just got to find their opportunities here. Matt has been playing stellar defense here lately, as well as Frost, and Fusion is just going to try to find this one on the back line and potentially turn it into something.
Yeah, Fusion in the corner now with Ramen, but that's going to be a big steal for Matt. And actually, Frost is going to double commit to make sure this gets past center. Drag race here. Colts is not going to make contact, actually. Ran out of boost right at the wrong possible moment. So it's going to end up being kind of a pop fly through the center. Now we're going into the corner. Fusion was ready to get it, but a nice little steal once again from Matt. Kamal in the corner alongside Frost. Shot on target coming out from the other side of the field from Matt, but it's going to be Ramen there to make the save. Kamal going to return favor with a shot on target. It's going to be pushed aside by Colts. And this is kind of what I like, though. Like, just get the shot towards the net, regardless of where it is, regardless of your setup. If it's on target, like, things can happen. Mistakes are made, and you can very well just capitalize off of what looked like a free shot and a free save.
you can't score if you don't shoot, right?
Absolutely.
So that's exactly what you got to live by here, especially in Rocket League, right? I mean, and that's going to be Ramen with a nice one coming in hot and ready there, but an even better save. And honestly, the post has been a killer for St. Clair all series long, all day long here so far. Now under 2 minutes, we are still scoreless, Dan, and this has been such a defensive pressured game. Just each team just trying to find whatever kind of opening they can there that will be dropped down in the net, but nobody there to follow it up with a shot for St. Clair. Ramen going to pass it down to Kamal. Fusion going to be there, the only one left to play defense off this one. Matt will send it into the corner, bounces it around a little bit, and it is up to Fusion here now on the offense.
And he's going to take it into the corner, but he's surrounded by two. Gets past Frost, actually. Looks for the centering pass. Ramen was there, but you could not thread the needle between the both of them. Awkward little pass here from Kamal, actually. Tried to get a clear, but it hit too high on his car, so it ended up just crawling through the center, through the crease. But thankfully there for Kamal and the rest of the Saints, they were able to get this one back onto the swing of things. Another save here from Kamal. He's going to try and take it himself. One-on-one with Matt, but Matt's going to actually get the better of him this time by Fusion. Up above the net, pushes it aside. Now it's all up to Colts here in the corner. Minute left to go. Still no goals, but damn well we had some close opportunities.
Yeah, dang, some close opportunities for sure, but Matt is just going to have this one trickling back towards his own net. Under the minute on the clock here remaining for both of these teams to find out kind of what they can do. Kamal will bounce it around, is going to hit off that net ever so slightly. Fusion here now playing it in the air. Kamal and Ramen on the bottom to find some opportunities of their own, and it is going to be Matt once again taking control of this one in midfield.
30 seconds left to go until we see ourselves in overtime, unless somebody can seal the deal right here, right now. Still just kind of pop fly. This is about as even as it gets. Both teams for the last like 20 seconds, 30 seconds or so have been barely even able to cross the center line without somebody getting in the way. So now it's going to be Frost up to the left-hand side. 10 seconds left to go. And a little bit of a drag race in the center. It's going to be Matt who picks it up, but a bit of an awkward bounce. Actually goes in the favor of KU. They're probably going to get the last stand on this one. It's going towards the net. Centering pass is going to be pushed aside by Ramen. It's still up in the skies, though. Nope, we got overtime.
Overtime 0-0. Game 5 does not get closer than this here, Dan. And winners semis. It has been an absolute crazy game so far. Frost will actually open it up with a great kickoff start for the side of Kings to try to find the winner in this one. It all comes down to this. Next goal wins this series here, essentially at this point in time. And Frost finding Fusion there on the demo could help the side of Kings open up their net, but it is St. Clair now in the opposing zone trying to find something, but not going to go as well. And honestly, just a stalemate here so far.
It's just been corner to corner, bouncing it back with maybe a slight attempt. Actually, that was a solid attempt, but it is going to end up just going right downfield. Frost does have boost to catch up, though, so it's not going to end up going on to the net, but still, very close opportunity. Going right back into the St. Clair zone, but there are no KU members, at least as of that moment. Now Matt is going to try and get involved. He's had a really solid series overall, very consistent to say the least, but Frost was the standout that we saw earlier. This is a slow crawl bouncing right through. Shot on target, and Colts is going to seal the deal here for Kings. Just going to barely make the comeback stick. What a series.
What a series indeed. They were down 2-1 to St. Clair in this series overall. They come back after a 7-minute near overtime game. It's gonna work out there for the side of Kings. They're gonna come through massive win, advancing now to winners final, securing top 3. St. Clair gonna drop to lowers round 7 in a phenomenal game between these two teams. You can't ask for a better one than that, Dan, and that is probably gonna be one of the best games we've had all day here now. So lower round 7 going to be coming up here next. We can actually take a peek at the bracket here in just a moment, but regardless, I mean, it's been a long day and we have a little bit of a break here and now waiting for ourselves. We are going to be down into the losers quarterfinals there. Loser of AM, if you see, we're a match CA, so we're either playing Robert Morris, Davenport once again, or there's some other teams down there as well that we could be playing. But regardless, have ourselves a little bit of a break here now. Probably not going to be coming back onto the stream for about another 25 minutes or so. And yeah, we either play Purdue A or RIT White.
Purdue A. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, we could see them. They just dropped down. They dropped down in the loser or winners quarterfinals, I think it was. So regardless, we'll see what happens. St. Clair, though, going to have themselves a bit of a break here before now until they hop into their next game. Securing themselves a guaranteed top 6, but some more work still needed done to qualify.
I mean, it'd be a heartbreaker to fall at the exact same spot that you did in the first qualifier. Yeah. I mean, I'd give you credit if you're consistent, but that's not what we're looking for here in this tournament. I mean, even in a worst case scenario, that's still a fantastic finish. But like we were saying before in the past pre-shows, unfortunately, with the way the CRL qualifiers is lined up, if you're not first, you're basically last. You didn't
Yep.
qualify at the end of the day, and there's no additional prizing. So, like, Saints Green had a fantastic series. It's a heartbreaker because you had the lead, and the upset was in your favor, but then being the leader in that position can even make you play scared a little bit, and it looks like Kings just slightly got the better of them.
Yeah, so that is going to wrap us up here now for the next half hour or so, I do believe. I will not be on the mic here for the next one. I know you will be, so I'm so sorry. And I know I want to watch the rest of this green roster and the rest of their lower run, but unfortunately, I do got to go. So hopefully, they can carry on. Hopefully you can carry the hype of the team here and get them all going. But yeah, I mean, so far, St. Clair, they just got to come back. They got to make sure they get the good mental reset in and try to come back angry, feisty, and with a passion to win.
Absolutely. Take the opportunity. Like, I stress it enough to all the players, but like, get some water, get some food.
Yeah.
Like, don't stretch it out. The worst thing to do is play on an empty stomach, because then you just end up with a massive headache afterwards and whatnot. So, perfect opportunity, even for everybody at home. Got ourselves a quick lunch break. We will be right back in just a couple of moments. What time is it right now, actually?
If it's about 2:35.
2:30. So basically 20 minutes or so. Yeah, like half hour or so at worst. So quick break. We'll be going into the next game as soon as we know the opponent. We will update to the title as well, so you all are informed. But big thank you to everybody for tuning in. We'll be back in a little bit, and I'll catch you in a couple minutes.